Some discoveries change how we think, others change what we believe is even possible. In 2025, scientists using the James Webb Space Telescope picked up something extraordinary. Not a UFO, not a radio signal, a chemical floating in the sky of a planet 124 light years away from Earth. The planet is called K218b, and leading this research is Dr. Niku Madhusan, an Indian origin astrophysicist from the University of Cambridge. Today, we explore what could be the biggest clue yet that we might not be alone. You're watching All Things Explored, where science is never boring and curiosity has no limits. Stick around till the end for a wild fact about how alien oceans could smell. Let's meet the planet. K218b orbits a small, cool star in the Leo constellation. It's about 2.6 times wider than Earth and 8.6 times more massive and is known as a mini Neptune, indicating a planet larger than Earth but smaller than Neptune. It is not a rocky world like ours. It might be a Hyacin planet, which means it's covered by oceans and wrapped in a thick hydrogen-rich atmosphere. To find life, scientists usually look at three ingredients: liquid water, a steady energy source, the presence of carbon-based molecules. K218b seems to have all three. It lies in the habitable zone of its star where water could exist. Webb's reading showed clear signs of methane and carbon dioxide, two key players for carbon chemistry. But here's the bombshell. Scientists also detected early hints of dimethyl sulfate or DMS. On Earth, DMS is produced only by living organisms, mainly tiny plankton in our oceans. There is no known natural process that creates DMS at detectable levels without life. This is why Dr. Madhusan calls it a transformational discovery. If K218b is 124 light years away, how did we spot anything? The trick is light. As K218b passes in front of its star, some starlight filters through its atmosphere. The James Webb Space Telescope captures that light and splits it into a chemical fingerprint. Each gas leaves a unique signature. Confused? Let's explain in simpler words. When scientists use telescopes like James Webb, they are not snapping regular photos. They are capturing light from a planet's atmosphere and breaking it into colors. Different gases absorb different colors, leaving tiny dips in the light. Each dip is like a fingerprint telling scientists exactly what chemicals are floating around the planet. Using this method, methane, carbon dioxide, and that faint hint of DMS, they all show up. This method is called transmission spectroscopy. It is so precise, it can detect gases even when they are just a few parts per million. Imagine finding a single drop of ink in an Olympic-sized pool from a city hundreds of miles away. That's the level of sensitivity we are talking about. Thanks to Webb, we are not just finding planets, we are starting to read the atmospheres like open books. Let's imagine life on K218b. First, the air is mostly hydrogen, much lighter than Earth's nitrogen and oxygen. Temperatures may range from 280 to 310 Kelvin. That's about 7 to 37 degrees Celsius, perfect for oceans. But here's the catch. K218b probably spins in a way called tidal locking, meaning one side always faces the star, stuck in a permanent day, while the other freezes in night. The real sweet spot for life could be along the twilight zone, which is a narrow band between light and dark. If life exists there, it would not look like anything on Earth. It might resemble the extremofields we find around volcanic vents deep under Earth's oceans. Each creature that survives heat, pressure, and toxic gases like bacteria, microbes, and some fungi. Alien life might surely float in the atmosphere or swim in dark oceans under a crimson sky. This is no longer science fiction. This is about real scientific possibility. Here's a cosmic fact. On Earth, dimethyl sulfate is what makes the ocean smell fresh and salty. As we mentioned, there are signs it could exist on K218b too. So if you could stand on the shores of an alien sea on K218b, you might actually catch a sniff of home. In conclusion, K218b reminds us that life might not just adapt to new worlds, it might already be thriving in places we are only just beginning to see. If you found this mind-blowing, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell us if you could send a message to an alien ocean, what would it say?